Hey guys, this is Duke, and this is going to be part 5 of my Let's Play Battleon. In this episode, I am going to be doing a lot of training, and I will help you guys do the basics of fighting random encounters. Okay, the easiest way to train early on when you guys are just beginning is to click on this button right here. It says Battle Monsters, and it will send a random opponent. Yo, this is completely random. Sometimes you even get like treasures or whatnot. See, in this case, I fought a Hydra. And the first thing I recommend doing is looking at scrolling your mouse over the icon of their picture and just looking at the weaknesses of this one. This one has weak to fire and energy. If you guys look at my health and mana, I forgot to heal using Twilly, so this would not be a hard fire, but without my spells, it's going to be longer. And what I recommend doing is always paying attention to its weaknesses and its strengths of your opponent, because if you're using the wrong weapon or if your pet on auto attack and the opponent is strong against that certain type attribute, it could heal or just do reduced damage. Oh, in this case, the Hydra just split its head. You guys all know the mythology of the Hydra. You cut off one head, multiplies to two. Hopefully, this will be a hard fight. Luckily, it gives you nice gold and experience for early on in the game, anyways. And I recommend doing this until you are at least level 10 before you start questing, because as you guys noticed from my previous video, questing isn't exactly easy. And if you guys are paying attention, like I said, you should also pay attention to your own weaknesses. Like, for example, this thing is a light based, and I have a 95% resistance to light. So, it will be doing a lot of damage to me, but if I was wearing a, let's say, darkness based armor, then I would be taking a lot of damage, especially from multi-hit opponents like this. And you also have to want to pay attention to the melee, ranged, and magic defense of your opponent. So if you're using a ranged weapon against an opponent that is particularly strong against ranged weaponry, it's not going to do you any good, and you're just going to be wasting your time missing constantly. Likewise for melee and magic damage. Most of the opponents you fight early on in the game using the random encounter button are easy opponents that will not require a lot of difficulty to kill, but some of them can be annoying, like this thing right here, keeps missing. Alright, and I'd recommend doing, like I said, to level 10. Some other things you might want to take, oh, this guy again, uh, take into consideration is that there are some low level quests that you can do. I will be doing some of them later on, just for fun, because who wants to train constantly for hours on hours just to level up? That's boring. So the great thing about RPGs is you get to go on quests, and if you guys like storyline, then well, this is the game for you. There's going to be a lot of internet references, like humor and that kind of stuff, so hopefully it'll make you guys giggle, or at least make me giggle, and you guys can enjoy my beautiful laugh. And this is going usually this would be a lot faster early on, but unfortunately I lost the Arctic's guess, or Arctic's Warlick guess, so my opponents are not dying as fast as they could be, but luckily my fireware is taking them down with relative ease. I could be doing a lot more damage if I was buying weapons, but like I said, oh, remember to click on Twilly after each random encounter so you heal really fast. And this is a perfect example of what could happen. You got you click on options and tell your pet to stay back, because this is a fireman tick and it is negative 100 resistance to fire. So that means when I use a fire attack, it will heal itself. So I'm going to be using ice-based attacks. Oh, that's gonna hurt. So these guys are relatively easy. Just take them down. The only downside to this training is that sometimes you get opponents that don't give you a lot of gold, and you get a lot of experience. Then you level really fast, but without the gold, then you will not be able to buy weapons, equipment, armors, and train your stats, which it could be a really bad thing if you are a new character and trying to make your way through the world. This game is actually very user friendly, so if you guys get lost or anything, there's a very supportive forum right on the Arctic's Battleon website, and you guys can just post your comments, questions, or just stuff. Or if you guys have stuff you guys want to post, you guys can just go there. I'll include a link in this video, and you guys can just go there. And I'm actually relying a little bit on the forums just in case I get in trouble with any stats or stuff like that. I'm trying a relatively new build just for fun. I'm going to be going ranged mage. To my knowledge, that counts as a hybrid, but I am not sure because I have never, to my knowledge, I have never seen anybody do that. And hey, I'm doing this for fun, right? Hopefully, you guys will be able to see me not mess up that much. And this is, you guys notice how long this fight is taking because my fireware is not allowed to attack, so I'm not putting like 30% of my damage because yeah. And that's another thing you gotta take into consideration is are your pets and how much they do. In this case, my firewall is doing the majority of my damage because I'm too weak right now. So yeah. Oh, and there's another thing. When you guys get Z tokens, I recommend saving them until you really need them. Don't not buy the early games Z weapons because they are useless. This is I know I recommend not attacking, but this is not doesn't have a negative resistance, so I can just let my firewall attack it. Because I like the animation, looks pretty cool. I mean, come on, it's a freaking fire werewolf. Yeah. So I'm going to be casting my. Oh man, you know that really sucks. Missing constantly, and then like the one guy that does no damage hits. Boy, guys, look at the lovely background we have here. We have like a volcano surrounded by like a crag. Yeah. In other news, you guys been paying attention? Well, where I'm living, it's pretty hot right now, so yeah, it's killer in my room. Mm, a cool thing you can do whenever you get bored, or actually, I recommend doing this every time you log in, just daily. Is clicking on Battleon upgrades, and that will take you to watching a commercial, and you guys can just get free gold. I think I told you guys about this last episode, but I don't remember if I mentioned that you can also get Z tokens now and then, rarely, and that's a really nice way to make Z tokens. Fibbity gibbet. That is like the most random opponent I could be fighting. Fireball. The animation for the early spells really are lame, but there are really some really awesome looking spells, especially for like a 2D kind of game like this. And what you guys should also be watching for is opponents that drop items. Like, well, if I could find an opponent that drops an item, I would show you guys. But sometimes there are opponents that once you defeat them before clicking complete the battle, you can click on the opponent itself and pick up their item. This is like pretty cool if you're like me right now, lacking any good weaponry because you're saving the gold for important stuff. Oh, look at the cute little. Oh, it just spit at me. Now you die. Lightning that I missed. And then you're gonna be noticing that a lot whenever I fight because I tend to have really horrible luck with this kind of thing. Missing spells, attacks. Oh, see, twice in a row. What are the odds? At least my fireware is dominating. What I also recommend doing, if you want to, is stat training every time you level up. I don't. I like to wait till early on. I like to wait till about 10 levels before I stat train. So get it all done in one time. But you can do it. I will show you where to start training in a later video, and you can just. It really helps out the stats. Just trust me on this, because you would die without stat training. Just die. You won't even like. You get in a fight and you be like, yeah, I got this level 1 mil armor, and then you just melt because you have no stats, like an idiot. I'm talking from experience. Yeah. Anyways, oh, this is a cool opponent. I like vampires in this game. They look pretty cool. Oh, and I guess I should tell you guys. You can also choose a sub race since default race is gonna be humans, cause humans rock. And you will be able to choose between werewolf and uh lichens. Any Twilight fans out there screaming? Anyways, um, there's also werepires, which is like a mix of werewolves and vampires. That is the one I'm going to pick exclusively just for the armor, and then I'm going to switch over to um, vampire, probably. Because actually, werewolf has a predator-looking armor, but vampire's not so bad either. And I told you guys I like vampires more. I will be doing that later. You guys notice the nice background. The backgrounds are pretty nice considering it's a 2D game. You guys, come on, it's online, no download required. So good. All right, and that's just basically what I'm going to be doing. I will be doing